And here's another Hollywood connection going viral. This episode of The Simpsons from 17 years ago seemed to predict the tragedy.
Searching for treasure with my long-lost son. Homer, look!
A father and son, submersibles, the wreck site, the loss of oxygen. This is just the latest example that seems to prove the show somehow knows the future. Pre-COVID, this episode depicted the attack of an airborne virus without a vaccine.
We need a cure! We need a cure!
If you've been on for 3 decades, probably you're gonna hit it once in a while.
Don't panic, just come up with a good story.
No one walks into this surprised.
And get this, a former Simpsons showrunner took a dive last year on the Titan.
I was supposed to go with my wife. I kissed her goodbye, knowing that might be the last time I'd ever seen her.
But adding to the heartbreak today, 19-year-old Suleiman Dawood was apparently terrified to take the trip with his dad, but did it as a Father's Day present. His aunt finds solace that neither suffered.
To know that my Sully didn't feel a moment's pain, that his brain didn't even realize, that's a relief.
You're supposed to be right next to the phone waiting to hear any updates about me.
I'm not rocking out or whatever they're trying to accuse me of doing.
And remember the flack British billionaire Hamish Harding's stepson got for attending a Blink-182 concert during the search? Well, yesterday, Brian Zoss shared a DM he says drummer Travis Barker sent him on Monday, which reads, "Praying for you and your family."
I really appreciate the love and support. It's not about me.
Temu, Netherlands grand opening.
The uncanny foresight of the animated TV show The Simpsons is a point of fascination and amazement.
Hey, Dolph, take a memo on your Newton. Beat up Martin. Bah!
Over the past 3 decades, the satirical wit of the show has often had an uncanny knack of predicting future events. From the realms of technology, politics, sport, and entertainment, the show's prescience has been truly remarkable.
You are now being outsourced.
Oh, I hate being sucked into tubes!
In this video, we explore 15 times when The Simpsons' flights of fancy became reality. Number 1. Siegfried and Roy Tiger Attack. Season 5 of The Simpsons aired an episode titled Dollar Pringfield, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love Legalized Gambling, in 1993. The episode featured a subplot about a performance in which a white tiger attacks the flamboyant Las Vegas performers Gunther and Ernst, who were designed as an explicit parody of the German-American animal trainer duo Siegfried and Roy. 10 years after this episode aired, a gruesome incident happened that mirrored this Simpsons prediction. During a live show in Las Vegas in October 2003, Roy Horn of Siegfried and Roy was brutally attacked by a 7-year-old white tiger named Montecore. In a tragic turn of events, Horn was bitten on the neck by the 380-pound tiger and dragged off the stage. The similarities between the real incident and the depicted scene in The Simpsons are strikingly eerie. Both instances took place on a stage in Las Vegas and involved a white tiger attacking during a live performance. In the show, the tiger attack results in the closure of the Gunther and Ernst act. In reality, the attack on Horn led to the end of Siegfried and Roy's successful Las Vegas show, effectively ending their careers as performers. These parallels prompt questions about the uncanny, predictive nature of The Simpsons. Of course, it could all be down to coincidence, and the writers may have merely chosen a possible risk associated with the profession of animal trainers. However, it's hard to ignore the startling accuracy of this prediction. While Horn survived the attack, he was left with severe injuries and partial paralysis, effectively marking the end of Siegfried and Roy's performing career. Their long-running show, which combined magic with exotic animal tricks, was a Vegas staple and one of the most popular shows in the city for years. It was a sad and shocking end to a glittering career, one that eerily echoed the plotline of a Simpsons episode a decade prior. Although the animated series intended the storyline to be a comedic exaggeration, the reality was anything but. The Simpsons' prediction was shockingly accurate, adding another notch to its list of successful future predictions. Number 2. Autocorrect fails. Season 6, Episode 8 of The Simpsons' Lisa on Ice, aired in 1994, foreshadowed a common modern-day annoyance: the smartphone autocorrect fail. In the episode, Kearney, one of Springfield's local bullies, asks Dolph to take a memo on his Apple Newton, a personal digital assistant (PDA) device. Kearney tells Dolph to write "Beat up Martin," but the device incorrectly transcribes the message as "Eat up Martha." Just over a decade later, Apple's first iPhone was introduced in 2007, and with it, the autocorrect feature, an attempt to predict and correct typing errors on the touch-sensitive keyboard. However, this function became infamous for its often hilarious and sometimes frustrating errors, just like the one The Simpsons predicted. The Simpsons joke was a play on the actual issues faced by the Newton device, which was infamous for its poor handwriting recognition feature. But little did the writers know, they were predicting a universal problem that would frustrate millions of smartphone users worldwide. This prediction underscores how The Simpsons often blurred the lines between reality and satire. While intended as a humorous nod to contemporary technology issues, it accurately predicted a future, everyday annoyance. Today, autocorrect fails are a shared global joke, spawning numerous internet memes and even entire websites dedicated to documenting the funniest or most embarrassing autocorrect mishaps. While it was a small gag in a single episode, it turned out to be an impressively prophetic moment for The Simpsons. Number 3. Faulty voter machines. In the 2008 episode Treehouse of Horror 18, The Simpsons aired a segment where Homer attempts to vote for Barack Obama in the U.S. presidential election, but the voting machine continually changes his vote to the Republican candidate, John McCain. This scene was meant as a humorous commentary on the reliability of electronic voting machines. 4 years later, in the 2012 U.S. presidential election, a video surfaced from Pennsylvania showing a voting machine that did precisely what The Simpsons had jokingly predicted. The machine was caught changing votes for Barack Obama to votes for his then-opponent, Mitt Romney. The video went viral, raising concerns about the integrity of the election process and the reliability of digital voting systems. The episode aired during the height of the 2008 election, when electronic voting machines were being introduced across the country. The show was critiquing a system that had been met with skepticism. However, the prediction that a voting machine could incorrectly register votes wasn't entirely far-fetched, but its surprising accuracy did raise eyebrows. This prediction emphasizes the remarkable accuracy of The Simpsons writers in predicting possible technical and societal issues. It's another striking example of the show's uncanny ability to transform a comedic narrative into a real-life event. Despite the humorous context in the show, the real-life incident sparked serious debates about voting security and the adoption of technology in electoral processes. Number 4. NSA spying scandal. In a 2007 episode titled "Stop or My Dog Will Shoot," The Simpsons aired a segment that satirically hinted at the controversial activities of the National Security Agency, NSA. In the episode, Homer Simpson unknowingly becomes an undercover operative for the NSA, monitoring the citizens of Springfield. Little did anyone know at the time that this exaggerated comedic storyline would foreshadow a real-life scandal. In 2013, former NSA contractor Edward Snowden leaked classified documents to the media, exposing the extent of the agency's surveillance programs. The revelations shocked the world, confirming the existence of widespread and intrusive surveillance activities carried out by the NSA. The leaked documents revealed that the agency had been collecting massive amounts of data on both American citizens and individuals abroad. The Simpsons' satirical take on the NSA spying scandal was eerily on point. point, highlighting the show's ability to capture societal concerns and translate them into comedic narratives. While the extent and specifics of the real-life scandal differed from the animated portrayal, the underlying theme of privacy invasion and government surveillance mirrored the public's growing unease about the actions of intelligence agencies. Number 5. Ebola outbreak. In the 1997 episode Lisa's Sacks, The Simpsons showcased a storyline that would later find a parallel in real-world events, the outbreak of the Ebola virus. In the episode, Marge reads a book to young Bart and Lisa, and she modifies the story to include an Ebola-like virus spreading through the jungle. The episode humorously portrays the virus as an exaggerated threat, leading to humorous situations. 17 years after the episode aired in 2014, the largest Ebola outbreak in history occurred in West Africa, resulting in thousands of deaths.